Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make savoury mince for dinner this evening. So I've just, as you can see of it, I'm going to lower that down to like a medium. Now this pan is a heavy based pan, so it does take a while to heat up, but once it does heat up, it'll hold the heat in it for a long time. So I'm just going to put a tiny, and I mean tiny because mince contains the fat, so I'm literally going to put a tiny bit of olive oil into the end of the pan and wait for that to heat up. So this is the dry mix I'm going to use. It's a savoury mince by Knorr. It just says all you need to do is add lean mince, an onion and a red pepper. I don't add peppers, but it's fairly straightforward. So, oh, we need water. How much water? 425. I've got 400 in a jug, so I usually throw maybe a second packet in, and if I do, I won't add the full 800 mils of water. I'll probably only add about 600 because I like my sauce quite thick. And I've got other vegetables I will be adding in too, and I'm going to do the onions first. So get my spatula, so I'm going to put my onions in. That's about one medium brown onion, diced up nice. And then I'm going to add about 300 grams of, this is a mix. This is onions, carrots and celery, and I'm going to add them in and they can all just fry up nicely together. And that's before we add the mince, until the onions go translucent and it's all just slightly brown enough. It's getting a nice little colour on it. And this is the bag I use. This is sort of the Lazy Man's. This is the classic vegetable base. It's just handy, it just saves time. And the net weight on that is 600 grams. So, now once that's done, I'm just going to take that off the pan, because I don't like putting the mince in on top of it. I don't know why. I like my mince cooked first, and then I will add this back in. So, now what I'm going to do is I am going to add in my mince into this. And I'm just going to break that down as best I can. I don't add any more fat into the frying pan because mince tends to be the fattier cuts in it, and there tends to be enough fat in it to cook it. Either that, or if I have to add fat into it, I end up usually draining it off, and I don't really particularly want to do that. Now at this stage, I'm also going to add some salt and pepper. I find this the best time to do it. I do like a good bit of pepper. So just keep you can see all the liquid that's come off the mince. There's no need to add, well, I don't feel there's ever any need to add oil when you're cooking mince. I like my mince fairly broken up. I don't like clumps. I don't think it's... Just in case in the background you hear someone doing like a tap dance, that is my dog. He knows I'm cooking, so he tends to loiter around, because usually when I'm serving I drop something, but I think he's Just beginning to realise he's a bit early. So as you can see, that mince is beginning to get nice and dark. So we'll add back in, now that I feel the mince all brown. Break up. Add this back in. And again, any big clumps we come across the mince, I'm just breaking them up because I don't like big clumps of mince. I like it to be all mixed in. So we're going to add in the savoury mince now and the water. Some people mix the packets into the water before they put them on. I like to put the packets on, like a seasoning, and then add the water. But personal preference, and whatever works for you, that's what you gotta do. Now I do think I'm going to put in the 2 packs, simple reason of I'm actually making some extra in this for my mum to take home with her when she goes home tomorrow. So as I said, I like a nice thick sauce, but I'm not going to put the full 400 mils. I'll probably put 250, and it just makes a nice thick sauce. And that was 600 grams of mince, oops, for, well, 5 adults in the house. So you can see it's quite thick already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a bit more water. I'm going to lower that down to a simmer and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And we'll see how she gets on. Okay guys, so now to serve it. Usually I serve it with mashed potatoes underneath, and we just have it where the kids mix it all in together and it's lovely. But today, because my mum's here, I've actually held some back. But also what I'm going to do is now, I've been rooting in my freezer, and there was a half bag of croquettes, which I think we only ever eat at Christmas, so they were going to sit there. So I thought, right, what I'll do is I've taken them out, I've halved them. So this is what we've, so that was 1 croquette. And now we've halved them. So that's going to go across the top. And then I'm going to bake it in the oven. That was my mum. She came out, she thought I was talking to myself. Wouldn't be the first time. So I just say to them, if I want an expert opinion, I have to ask myself. Doesn't go down very well with them. Now I'm actually going to half these again and do a little bit up the middle, I think. Try and get fancy, will we? I was trying to think of what else to do with croquettes. So I thought, well, this looks nice. Sure, you can try anything once. If you don't like it, you don't have it again. I don't think it's going to kill anyone now, but a bit of potato on the... Move him down there, scoosh. Scoosh. Right, so I'm going to put this in for about 20 minutes. In that time, the sauce will have taken up and the croquettes will be cooked. Well, they are cooked through already, so I'm just, I don't know, heating the whole lot through. So we're going to stick that in the oven now. And I'll come back when it's ready to serve. So here it is plated. That to me is a real comfort food. And here it is, just out of the oven, just served, with the half croquettes on top. Oh, that just looks gorgeous.